This is RadioWilder.com. Yes, it's another exciting edition of RadioWilder.com with Harry. Over 6 decades of attitude, music, stories, and life. Now, here's Harry.
Welcome, Wilder Ones. What's happening? What's going on in your world? I just came back like Columbus discovering a brand new country. Now, I always say when our listeners or fans come in from a country that I'm not aware of, I have to look it up. T and I have done that 5 or 6 times to find out where some of our fans are from, but I never believed that I'd discover a new country on my own. And the name of that new country is Alaska. Blew me away. We were up there on a cruise, and I just couldn't believe it. It's everything different than the United States, even though it's a state. Starting with its size, of course, which is tremendous, but its size isn't just so long, lonesome prairies. It is every single place you look. There's a mountain, there's water, there's a lake, there's wildlife left, right, and in between. The only thing you don't see a lot of are the humans, which is a wonderful thing at times. The air is perfectly clear, breathing the best that I've ever breathed. And it's a fabulous place. So I'm going to be talking plenty in the next couple of shows. I'm not going to do the whole show because you don't treat Alaska that way, but it's a brand new country, and that's how I'm going to treat it from now on. It's a country. And the trip, the cruise, what we saw, all of that was fantastic. We met some wonderful people. I reached out to several of them. I think some will join the program. We have some folks we have Lawrence from the Philippines. We have Dion from Poland. We have Kevin, who gave us a tremendous seaplane ride. And he is back and forth between Ketchikan and wherever in Florida. He flies the planes either way. Had a tremendous playlist. So hopefully he joins us and sends some requests, and many others. Joanne, Lazar, Cody, they'll go on, the names, but it was spectacular. That's all I'm going to say. I expected it to be great. If the 2 places that people travel to, the Italy and Alaska, everybody raves about both of them. I just couldn't quite comprehend Alaska, how it was. And Bill was mentioned, a friend of ours, Bill, said, it's like going back in time. And boy, he is not kidding. The size of the cities, I think they told us there's like 770,000 in the whole state, in the whole country. And we got back and we were at Vancouver and taking a ride from the airport to the airport. And the guy said, well, Vancouver's not a giant city. We're about 800,000. We're the 3rd largest in Alaska. And in Canada. And I thought 800,000, they're the 3rd largest in Canada. And yet they're larger than the whole country of Alaska. Wow. The way they protect their things. Well, okay, I'm going to talk plenty about it. In fact, we'll have some stories today. But look, we need some music because that's the other thing I found up there. Folks in Alaska love the music just the same as we do. And what we noticed when we landed in Fairbanks, they have a program up there called J1 where people in the hospitality industry or work industry, service industry is probably a better term, they can come over from Serbia, I don't remember all the different countries, but probably 8 or 9 of them. They're so happy to be in America and work their butts off. They're very polite. They're learning their English, and they're thrilled to be here. And in Fairbanks, they were just about all service people in all restaurants and at the hotel, save a few. And some of the different people up there, other than the regular workforce, are seasonals that come in and do the summer and then go home and either work another job or they're retired and they enjoy Alaska so much that that's what they do. But we went to the first restaurant, we went to the hotel, and almost everybody was a foreigner, dressed very nicely, great service, kept their eye on it, just made you proud to be an American, even though Alaska is another country now. Just seeing how much these people appreciated their opportunities in the new country of Alaska. Okay, so you're going to hear that. That's part of the news and notes for sure, and I can't help it. And we'll talk about the cruises, the planes, and there are actually a couple of do's and there are a couple of don'ts that we'll bring up. Only negatives of the whole trip, and that's what you get. You have to learn that when you're in a new country. Okay, so the other news and notes is our anniversary is actually September 22nd, but there's no way that we can get this show done with the interview, with the pictures, with the video, with the sound bites that we want to have. And it's probably going to be a 3-hour show. It's going to be back-to-back 2-hour shows to fill everything up for the year. So I wouldn't look for that for another month till October 22nd or so. But here's one reason I would look for it is, so let's say that's a month from now or close to a month from now. We have been talking and are going to be talking about the beautiful table designed by the artist Jack Sintas that is a 45 record adapter. Now, those of you under 35 or under 25 don't even know what that is. That's great, but it doesn't matter because when you see this table that's designed uniquely for the Radio Wilder program, because the tables are formatted to represent songs, like the first one, hopefully, that we will be having a lottery. And it's a table that's worth $10,000. Fabulous. Of course, we will give, after shipping cost, we will give our usual 20% to the Be Kind People Project. And so we're hoping that those 100 tickets at $100 a shot go pretty quickly because it's going to be a lot of fun. But we'll have all the pictures and make the announcements on the anniversary show. Okay, let's talk a little music right now. We've got first tune it's called Backbone by Daughtry, Cage to Rattle. I don't know if you know that, but Chris Daughtry, the guy that was on The Voice in 2006, he named this band, and of course, his namesake. And his first he was a finalist. I think he finished 4th. And their self-titled debut was released in November of 2006. It reached number one on the Billboard 200. It was also named the best-selling album of 2007 by Billboard. The second album debuted in 2009, also debuted at number 1 on the charts. First album sold 4 million, was certified quadruple platinum, and their second album, Leave the Town, has sold over 1.3 million. 2 more albums have been released to this date, and the band has sold over 8 million albums and over 30 million digital tracks. And they're actually pretty good. I've never watched The Voice. I don't know much about it. I've heard some that came out of The Voice that didn't sound too good. And we have a winner of The Voice that lives in this town, I think, and lives in Phoenix. And she's done pretty well for herself. So that'll be the first sticky that we'll have. And let me look here and see. What would be wrong with taking that, starting the next? Let's go ahead and do 4 in Triumph. And I'm wearing a shirt, by the way. I know you're going to be excited to know this set called Wired because it's from Fast Company magazine, because I am wired about this show. I'm still jacked. I came home with loads of energy. Of course, I didn't do anything but see nature. But, man, you go all day long. We'll start it off. We'll have a little music here. And let's do 4. That's the way we treat them in Alaska. Probably after Alaska, I'm going to try to inch out to 5 on a regular basis.
When you're hurting deep down, when you're feeling like you're never gonna dig your way out, never gonna dig your way out, keep pushing up the river, keep mining for the silver till you strike gold. Gotta weather the storm, 'cause it can't rain forever. No, I'm telling you, we all follow hard times, you know. Each day is a hard climb, you know. get back up when the chains hold you to the ground. So let's break them down, yeah. Let's break them down. Let's break them down. Oh, I'm telling you, we are following hard times, you know. Each day is a hard climb, you know. Some days your body has to carry on, so you gotta show it out. We are following hard times, yeah. Each day is a hard climb, you know. We are following hard times, you know. We are following hard times, yeah. We are following hard times, so you gotta show a little backbone.
Run away, run away. I need time to figure out. Wide awake, oh wide awake. Seeing signs of slowing down. Oh yeah, we wake up in the morning, think about the nights. Every drink we're pouring starts another fight. It's a hazard to our health, but we do it to ourselves every time. Every time. Who knew nobody can hurt me like you do? Stuck me in the dark like voodoo. Go and make your mark, yeah, I'ma love you from afar. Bless your wicked heart. I know you mean no harm, baby, bless your wicked heart. Wanna love you from afar, baby, bless your wicked heart. I know you mean no harm, baby, bless your wicked heart. I know where is home, or where to go, what to say anymore. Cause I swear that I've done it, I wrote it, and I sang all the same shit that you heard before. Because we wake up in the morning, think about the night, how we spend $200 on a dinner and we fight. It's a hazard to our health, but we do it to ourselves every time. Every time. Who knew nobody can hurt me like you do? Stuck me in the dark like voodoo. Go and make your mark, yeah, I'ma love you from afar. Bless your wicked heart. I know you mean no harm, baby, bless your wicked heart. Wanna love you from afar, baby, bless your wicked heart. I know you mean no harm, baby, bless your wicked heart. I wanna love you from afar, baby, bless your wicked heart. We never meant for this to be so tragic. Let's go back to the way it was. Maybe you can do your quick black magic, bring to life all that's there with us. Who knew nobody can hurt me like you do? Stuck me in with your voodoo. Go make your mark, baby, go make your mark. I'ma love you from afar. Nobody can hurt me like you do. Stuck me in the dark like voodoo. Go and make your mark, yeah, I'ma love you from afar. So wicked heart, so wicked heart, so wicked heart. I know you mean no harm, baby, bless your wicked heart. So wicked heart, so wicked heart. Wanna love you from afar, baby, bless your wicked heart. So wicked heart, so wicked heart. I know you mean no harm, baby, bless your wicked
connection. I see so much when I look at you. You got potential, time is essential, but I'ma take my time with you. Cause you need it, you just need someone to keep it real with you. And I see that I'ma be the one to plant that seed in you. You don't gotta worry, I won't judge you from your past. I know you're not my first, but I'll make sure that you're my last. We live two different lifestyles, baby, but we can't change that. Just promise not to hurt me, cause you know I told you that I never really had a bad boy. You know I always been a good girl. Crazy how it happened so fast, boy. The way you're rocking my world. Boy, I think you need a good girl. So wanna make you do better. Maybe I could be a good girl. I can make it do better. I ain't really used to it, but I like it. Cause you're so enticing. Love the way you walk and how smooth you talk. How you move in silence. How fast you be driving. Hold me when I'm crying. And as long as you need me, you know I'm always riding. You open up to me and show me something new. Taught me how to hold my own. I find myself while holding you. If it was up to me, I'll hold forever, ever. I'm somewhere that we can go together. But it's so crazy that I never really had a bad boy. You know I always been a good girl. Crazy how it happened so fast, boy. The way you're rocking my world. Boy, I think you need a good girl. So wanna make it do better. Maybe I could be a good girl. I can make it do better. So bad in a really good way. By the time I'm done with you, you gon' wanna stay. Boy, it's so bad in a really good way. Such a bad boy, but I'll make you good for me. I can make you do better. I can make you do better. I can make you do better. I can make you do better.
RadioWilder.com with Harry.
Baby, got your groove back, another kind of life, one you think that you deserve. Nothing you should lack, now reverting back to type. Never mind, you lost your nerve. Yeah, you had to go at sleeping in the van, but you couldn't let it go too far. Now you got a pension plan, and your name's on the insurance, and you can't drive another woman's car. A kind of glamour you can lend yourself, like dark sunglasses. And you'll remember how good it tasted inside the ruling classes, wasted behind your dark sunglasses. She's got a ball gown for charities and such, like a debutante from days gone by. Shaving where retired isn't sacrificing much. You lucky guy, you can still get high. Yes sir, no sir, Sunday we'll be there. You only have to please that lady. Think anything you like, but be careful what you say. For another warm night, another dry day. A kind of glamour you can lend yourself, like dark sunglasses. You'll remember how good it tasted. The ruling classes wasted behind your dark sunglasses.
I took a little peek at the list, and 2018, right out of the chute. Then we had Dark Glasses from the sexy Chrissy Hine, 2014, Stockholm, of course. Bad Boy, Queen Naja was the third. Don't know much about her, but it's a nice slow tune. It had some soul to it. Then Wicked Heart, which I really enjoyed, picked it up new. It's done by Sublime with Rome off the Wicked Heart album. It's a single, 2018, and we discussed number one. Okay, that sounds good. So when we were in Santa Fe, I don't know if she's put a request in, but I happened to be thinking about her the other day, because when we were in the beautiful country of Alaska, Marlene brought this really cool shirt that I got in Santa Fe. It's a neat shirt. I had never worn it. She wanted me to take it on the trip, so I said okay. So we debuted it a couple of times. It's got a lot of flash. And I remember Julie Roberts, who lives near Ojo Caliente up in New Mexico. Those are the hot springs. And Julie insisted, well, actually, she didn't insist. We were trying to get me a shirt. Then she hit the road around the store, and I thought, well, that was that. She didn't get to sell me what she wanted. But the next thing I know, she brought this shirt up. So as a beauty it was, and it fit, and we began to talk about life. So when we get into this next little group here, where I'm going to do another 4 for you, there's Story of My Life by Social Distortion. And hers is a pretty good life, pretty crazy life. So I'm going to dedicate that to you, Julie, not Julia Roberts, Julie Roberts. And we were hoping to hook up with her at some time. Okay, so if you don't know what we're going to do, Bear at 2:00. Sorry, that's what we did the whole trip. Bear at 2:00, Eagle at 11. Nothing but whether we were on buses, trains, and believe me, let's see, we were on planes, both regular airlines, big and small. We were on the seaplanes. We were on a couple of different trains, buses galore, the mighty cruise ship. We were on the Duck amphibian, which is a beast that goes into the water, drives down the street, and then they drive it in the water. What else were we on? I know I'm going to be forgetting some other things, but planes, trains, and airplanes, we pretty much covered those. We even had a couple of Ubers up in Fairbanks. Very interesting guys, did a nice job Ubering us. So, but after a while, it took about half of the first day, and then everybody began to realize you're going to see wildlife everywhere, stuff you wouldn't normally see. We'll get into that in a little bit, but I thought that shirt worked out just fine, that Julie Roberts. I don't know if she's in the long list of requests coming up. If she's not, and she's listening, thanks. It was a good shirt, Julie. We appreciate it. I think it's time for another 4, and we just told you what one of the 4 is going to be. Well, I can't even speak right now, so I think it's time then to get into some music.
Anytime at all. Anytime at all. Anytime at all. All you gotta do is go. I'll be there. If you need somebody to love, just look into my eyes. I'll be there to make you feel right. If you're feeling sorry and sad, I'd really sympathize. Don't you be sad, just call me tonight. Anytime at all. Anytime at all. Anytime at all. All you gotta do is go, and I'll be there. If the sun has faded away, I'll try to make it shine. There is nothing I won't do. When you need a shoulder to cry on, I hope it will be mine. Call me tonight and I'll come to you. Anytime at all. Anytime at all.
it's Andre in El Paso, a.k.a. Seaweed. Hey, man, just got through listening to the show last night. Love the section there with Ty Grimes and the Weisberg and Beefheart section. We all go way, way, way back to the, late 60s, 67, 68. I think that's when Ty and I started first hanging together here in El Paso. But love what you're doing, man. Keep up the good work.
There's a little girl out lying on her own. She's got a broken heart. She's not the kind to take you down for long. She knows and plays it smart. And if she's coming, she's sure no more. She's heard no whistle blowing from the dark. She feels like leaving and she don't know why. Without no bridges she's trapped, so I sigh. Don't cross the river if you can't swim the tide. Don't try to die living on the other side all your life. You were on your own. If you want, you can ride my train and soon forget the reason that you're leaving. Lose yourself and then sometime maybe even save yourself some grieving. Don't cross the river if you can't swim the tide. Don't try denying living on the other side. Don't cross the river if you can't swim the tide. Don't try denying living on the other side. Don't cross the river if you can't swim the tide. Don't cross the river if you can't swim the tide.
Interest in sports or school elections and in class I dreamed all day about a rock and roll weekend. And a girl in the front of the room, so close yet so far, she never seemed to notice that this silly schoolboy crush wasn't just pretend. Life goes by so fast. You only wanna do what you think is right. Close your eyes and it's past. Story of my life. Story of my life. La 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 la. Story of my life. The story of my life. And I went down my old neighborhood. The faces have all changed. There's no one there left to talk to. And the pool hall I loved as a kid is now a 7-Eleven. Oh. and I turned and headed back. Life goes by so fast. You only wanna do what you think is right. Close your eyes and it's past. Story of my life. Story of my life. La 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 la. Story of my life. Story of my life. Good times come and good times go. I only wish the good times would last a little longer. I think about the good times we had and why they had to end. So I sit at the edge of my bed. I strum my guitar and I sing an outlaw love song, thinking about what you're doing now and when you're coming back. Life goes by so fast. You only wanna do what you think is right. Close your eyes and it's past. Story of my life. Da, 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 story of my life. Story of my life. Story of my life. La 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 la. Story of my life. The story of my life.
Leroy boy, is that you? I thought your post-hanging days were through. Sunken eyes and full of sighs, tell no lies. You get wise. I tell you now, we're gonna pull you through. There's only one thing left that we can do. We gotta get you a woman. It's like nothing else to make you feel sure you're alive. We gotta get you a woman. We better get walking. We're wasting time talking now. Leroy boy, you're my friend. You say how and I'll say when. Come and meet me down the street. Take a seat. It's my treat. You may not ever get this chance again. That empty feeling's just about to end. We gotta get you a woman. It's like nothing else to make you sure you're alive. We gotta get you a woman. We better get walking. We're wasting time talking now. Talking about life and what it means to you. It don't mean nothing if it don't run through. I got one thing to say, you know it's true. You got to find some time to get this thing together. about that special one. They may be stupid, but they sure are fun. I'll give it to you while we're on the run, because we ain't got time to get this thing together. Cause woman who has been around, one who knows better than to let you down. Let's hope there's still one left in this whole town, and that she'll take some time to get this thing together. Cause get this thing together, cause we gotta get you, woman. We gotta get you, woman. We gotta get you, woman. And when we're through with you, we'll get me one too.
I didn't give you any warning, guys, because I didn't have any warning. And I looked down, and it's Deuces or Wilder time. I guess there's no reason to say anything else other than T, Mr. Angel, why don't you take us into Deuces or Wilder? And we'll come back after the Deuces or Wilder and take a look, see what we want, see where we're going, what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish, if we can. Eagle, 11 o'clock. That's not very good representation of it. All right, Deuces or Wilder.
Let's get the songs on the air. It's time for Harry's Deuces Are Wilder on RadioWilder.com.
When the truth is found to be lies, and all the joy within you dies. Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Wouldn't you love somebody to love? You better find somebody to love. Love.
when the truth is found to be lies, and all the joys within you dies. Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Would you love somebody to love? You better find somebody to love. When the dawn grows, baby, did you say you're mine, it's a full of red. Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Wouldn't you love somebody to love? You better find somebody to love. Your eyes, I say, your eyes, baby, look like his, yeah. But in your head, baby, I'm afraid you don't know where it is. Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Wouldn't you love somebody to love? You better find somebody to love. Tears are running up and down your breast, and your friends, baby, they treat you like a guest. Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Wouldn't you love somebody to love? You better find somebody to love.
Find somebody to love. Somebody to Love is the actual title. Jefferson Airplane off Ignition. That's off the box set, 67. And the Ramones, the Punkers, off of their Acid Eaters album, took care of business late 80s, early 90s on that next one. So there goes The Deuces Are Wilder. Everything was wilder up in Alaska. Wild huckleberry. Every kind of weirdo jam that I would like. Berries everywhere. You can go out in the forest, grab yourself berries if you want. Raspberries, this berries, that berry. Anyways, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm not sure how I want to lead into that, and I'm looking around here, and what I see coming up next is a couple stickies. So we'll do the stickies and throw them in the four properly and correctly, since they're about as different as you could ever want. Let's start off with Queen. Queen, as most of you know, the songs that still play to this day, every single minute and every single second, are We Will Rock You, is one, and We Are the Champions. They're the anthems, if you will, of sports palaces all over the world. Those are probably their two most famous. But as a group, they made a lot of other wonderful strides in selling their records. Their estimated records sold 150 to 300 million. Everybody pretty much knows Freddie Mercury died 1991 of bronchial pneumonia and brought on complications from AIDS. But what's good about him and interesting about him in that respect is that he I guess he wanted to keep playing so much and fought his way into playing that it was he fought to the end to keep playing. That's my point. And he kept saying, write me some more, get me some more. I want to sing, and I'll go out singing. So he is kind of the champion. They're still in gear. They're still playing. And another big one they have, and another one Bites the Dust. and that became their biggest selling hit of all time. They were inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2001. And another interesting fact about Queen is that all four of the guys in the band wrote several of the big tunes. They were all, and a ton more, they were all inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame individually. And that was done around 2003. And then this year, they were awarded the Grammy Lifetime Achievement. So Queen, a wonderful powerhouse group. And at one time, they were the biggest rock concert group in the, I think it was late 80s, or early in the 80s. They were the biggest stadium rock bands. And they had they'd fill them up and sell them out wherever that they went, wherever they went. Then Domingo Sam Samudio. Who was that? Sam the Sham. Those of you that are just waking up or just born or around, you've heard of shams, you've heard of scams, but Sam the Sham operated proudly in the 60s, and he was known for his turban and his cape that he wore, plus he carried all his band equipment in a 1952 Packard hearse. He had two big songs. His band was playing in Louisiana and Texas and around in that area, and they paid and pressed their own records so they could sell them at the gigs. And somebody heard about him, and they ended up at the XL label in Memphis, and they did Wooly Bully, which, for Mr. Steve Nagel's pleasure, was named for his cat. Is a song about his cat. And once that song, here's the really interesting thing, once that song was picked up by, I think it was picked up by Capitol, I think. And once it zoomed to number 2, and it stayed at number 2 for about 18 weeks. And it has a special distinction that it was the first song ever picked. It sold over 3 million, and it went to number 2 during the British invasion. It was the first song ever to make number 1 on the not number 1. It was the first song ever to be called the number 1 record of the year without being number 1. And that lasted for 35 years until Faith Hill's Breathe came in and tied him for that. He now has, he's retired. He's an interpreter down in Mexico, and he's cruising around on cruise boats. Sam the Sham, Domingo, to us. And what are we going to play from Sam today? Let's take a look. Oh, we're going to do Wooly Bully. We played it. We played Little Red Riding Hood, the other one. We played All of a Sudden Like That. So we'll have a little something from the, and I did notice another thing is I'm just rambling all over the place. I'm jacked. Another thing I noticed, we have 8 songs from the 2000s, and we have 7 from the 60s and 70s. So quite a spread. I think what we need to do then is see if we can keep knocking the 4 out. Then I'm going to have to fess up either to the store, which is going to throw me, and I'll keep it to a short, minor version, like a digital version, a piece of it. Maybe we'll start off how we started, and then we'll take a look at the Enquirer, which I know where I'm supposed to bring you all positive news, but there's some negative stories in there, and I can only look in my mailbox, and what's delivered is what's delivered. Let's go back to 4. Sounds nice. It's the Alaskan style. Go 4, go big, we're giant. And what do they say? Cut Alaska in 2, and Texas is still number 3. And there was a T-shirt there, and I spent my whole life in Texas, so I'm not dissing Texas. I love Texas. Texas is such a cute state.
As we stroll along together, holding hands, walking all alone, so in love are we two that we don't know what to do. So in love, in a world of our own, as we stroll by the sea together, under stars twinkling high above.
Harry's got stories and plenty music on RadioWilder.com.
Walks merrily down the street with the brim pulled way down low. Ain't no sound but the sound of his feet. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat. Yeah. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. How do you think I'm gonna get along without you when you're gone? You took me for everything that I had and kicked me out of my own. Are you happy? Are you satisfied? How long can you stand the heat? Out of the doorway, the bullets razor to the sound of the beat. Look out! Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. Hey! Oh, take it! Dust! By the dust! Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Ow! Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey! Another one bites the dust. Ooh, shut up. There are plenty of ways that you can hurt a man and bring him to the ground. You can beat him, you can cheat him, you can treat him bad, or you leave him when he's down. But I'm ready, yes, I'm ready for you. I'm standing on my own to beat. Out of the doorway, the bullets rip, repeating in the sound of beat. Oh, yeah. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. Shoot up. Hey. All right.
Across Atlantic, shout out to everyone tuning into RadioWilder.com from the Cape Accounts of Denmark.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey! Pull it. Watch it now, watch it. Here it come. Watch it now, he get you. Met that old Hattie about the thing she saw. That new big horn and the woolly jaw, woolly. Yeah, dry. Woolly. Had I told Maddie, let don't take no chance. Let not be L7. Come and learn to dance. Woolly. Watch it now, watch it.
Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Bully Bully, Sam the Sham, 65. Playing it and playing it and playing it. So Much in Love, The Times, out of the Malt Shop Memory Collection. And I got that in Palm Springs, 1963 beauty. And then Bonnie, beautiful redheaded queen, Something to Talk About, wonderful voice, 3 minutes and 48 seconds of pleasure off the Luck of the Draw album. Told You About Queen, a bruiser, and then Sammy the Sham and the Pharaohs. So I wanted to just talk about this trip and kind of lay it out, but it's so boring to say, we got at the airport, we got on the plane, la, 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 la. But when we did get on the plane from Phoenix to Seattle, I should have done my homework on this. There are 3 mountains back to back to back. Hood and Rainier are 2 of them, the one that blew up. But we couldn't see it because of the forest fires and smoke and everything. But what we did see, I told Marlene, look out on the left-hand side, you're going to see it. And it was cool to pass. I believe we saw Rainier in the distance, and then I think it was Hood, very close to the airplane, a beautiful view, of course, loaded with snow. And we thought that would be the champion. But not only do the folks in Alaska good-naturedly, not only do they cuff Texas around, they cuff Colorado around. Say, who cares about your 14,000 foot peaks? We got tons of 17,000s up here. And another fact that I learned when I came in acting like I knew my way around. Well, I didn't act like I knew my way around. That's completely foreign to me. I'm a city boy. Now Troy and Matt, my brother, some John Lyron, his beautiful baby Kim. It's natural to them. In fact, John, it didn't make sense to me how great it was until when John told me, hey, we go up to Alaska every year, get our salmon, and we have it, they take care of it for us and smoke it for us, they ship it to us and our share of other goods up there. Until now, John, I know exactly what it is when I see it, when you go up there. No wonder you love going up there, hunting and fishing. And I think Kim, I don't know if she shot a bear up there, but she has shot him, skinned him. Even John says, I got to stay away from that a little bit. All right, well, I'm rambling. Let's get back to the mountains. I always knew that the tallest mountain in North America was Mount McKinley. There is no such thing as Mount McKinley. It used to be a Mount McKinley. And the story of how it was named by some guy really was named after of the guy who became president ultimately, but not when it was first named. He was like a candidate or something. And he didn't even put his name, and somebody else did. It's a horrible that they've called it that all the years. Well, it's Denali, where it is located in Denali National Forest, or it's by most of the guides and the people there simply known as the mountain. When we were on the train, we were going down, where did we see it? Yeah, we were going down from Denali, the lodge at Denali, the day after we saw all this stuff. And the train was an 8 or 9 hour train ride, observation cars. It's going to take us to Whittier, Alaska, where we would board the beautiful Golden Princess. And, as usual, you could see stuff out the side. And the guide the girl who was running the train, not driving it, but running, talking to us, handling us. I might as well call her a guide because she'd point everything out properly to us. She said, about 30% of the time, if you're lucky, you might get a chance at the mountain. And people said, what do you mean? I said, it's only available at about 30% of the time because it's really in its own weather ecosystem, because at 20,300 or 400 feet, it is just in the clouds. So that'll be that. Well, we were cruising around for 3 or 4 hours. All of a sudden, somebody shouted, the mountain, just like I've been trying to represent here. So I'm not going to bang on the desk anymore. It didn't sound too good. I better learn to have sound bites if I'm going to do that. But we raced over. Marlene had her camera and got a shot of it. It looks like a giant scoop of ice cream. And we were 80 miles or 70 miles away, and it just rose above the clouds. It is awe-inspiring when you see it. Just like and what I mean, it's not one single peak that gets up there to get it. It's a huge ice cream cone it's It's rounded, but all of that's up there around 19 to 20,000 feet. And everybody loves it. They call it the mountain, and it gave you a chill just looking at that. That's the greatest mountain I've ever seen. And they say, a lot of people in Alaska, that if it isn't the tallest in the world, it's close to it, because that mountain is measured from the ground, where the ones in Nepal or Mount Everest or whatever it is measured from a kind of a plateau that's 3,000 or 4,000 feet up already, or 5,000 feet up. That's where it begins. And pretty awe-inspiring. That's all I'm going to say. So speaking of that, we're going to zoom from Alaska, which I like to do, of course, and remind everybody we do have a nice toll-free, it's Google Voice, line that you can call, United States only. We haven't figured out. That'll be one of the do nots that we'll talk to you about later about phones and internet. But it's good in the U.S., 602-935-0545. And it can be a request line, or you can just call up and say, hi, what's going on? I just had a cheeseburger today that was great. You don't have to say listening to Radio Wilder. If you do, that's fine. You can say hi to me, hi to T, hi to anybody else, or shout out to your friends or girls. And if it's a good enough soundbite, good enough quality, we'll put it on. It doesn't matter. You can be free and put on whatever you want. But back to that, seeing that mountain, man, you just can't. And the next thing you know, it was gone, just like that. And they always search for it all the time. They want to keep looking for that mountain. And again, what they talked about was they looked down on Colorado's 14,000 foot peaks in the country of Alaska. Let's see. We talked about the anniversary show. I can talk about Alaska, but I want to talk about it piece by piece, but I've given you a couple little tidbits. So what do we have left here in the mighty jalopy? Ooh, I think there's a lot of songs. You notice, folks, we've been doing 4s. This is what happens when you go to Alaska. You feel sturdy. You feel powerful. Maybe I'm a radio lumberjack. Maybe that's what I am. Well, Alaska or not, you know what time it is, and I'm sorry, I don't have all positives for you, but never mind, I'm not going to go down that trail. All right, well, let's take a look over here and see, of course, as I always call it, in my little stickies in my notes. Hey, I didn't even say stickies, did I, for the requests? Good for me. I love when I compliment myself or ask questions myself and answer it. It's really nice as I'm sitting in here. Let's take a look over here. Pull the car. Oh, and speaking of pulling the car over, we're going to get some of the most beautiful, beautiful shots of antique automobiles. Those of us that live here in Arizona, we're very familiar. I know there's some in Florida too. The Bear Jackson auto. So we've seen tremendous cars. I've never seen 60 more beautiful cars, antique, up in Fairbanks. We'll talk about that, but we'll back it up with a couple of pictures. Okay, now get focus. Let's see. Oh, here it is.
It's a Radio Wilder news flash, because inquiring minds and behinds want to know.
Start off the goal. 300-pound crow bust gut as TV fat cat. That's Russell Crowe. To those of us know the movie stars. Blake says to The Voice, well, we're talking about The Voice again. Either Gwen's in or I'm out. Here's a bummer for those fans of HGTV. The fixer-upper's marriage is broken. The new baby is more than the couple can bear. Bear makes me think of those bears again. No, don't go off. Don't talk about it now. Brad and Angie are just beautiful to me to see. This is what you get, Brad, for marrying her. You had the beautiful, beautiful Jennifer, and look what you got now. So right now, Brad is fuming over Angie's perv pal. Remember, I only give you these as teasers to make you go to the 1-877-212-1942 to order your nice 70% off. I have them delivered to my house. It's a proud moment. They're a little tussled up after the mailman reads them, but then he puts them in the box. So I don't really mind that. Mr. Clooney. He doesn't say George. I'm only going to read the headlines, not going to ad lib. Clooney's brain damage fears. Clooney's brain damage fears. He has pain and dizziness after a motorcycle crash. Credit card gang takes Demi for a $170,000 ride. Cult plans to bring Tom back from the dead. Well, we've talked about enough about him, so you know who we're talking about, don't you? Mr. Tom Cruise, the cruiser. The gift shop gold this week. Decent. It's from the Kennedy Space Center. Well, it's not from the Kennedy Space Center. It's the Launchpad, a Launchpad masterpiece designed, handcrafted, illuminated, and hand-painted sculpture inspired by America's space program. 17 inches tall, features the two-story. Boy, I'm not reading very well. I'm out in the wilderness too long, and I'm making noises like moose stuff. Saw plenty of those, too. The two-story mobile launch platform resting top the dual crawler transporters. I've seen that. Actually been there. This can be yours to add to your space collection for $125 or 4 installments of $31.25 each, plus a 365-day guarantee. Now, if you like that, this is something to take a look at. This is in chintzy, $125. And speaking of that, as we go back to Alaska again, I'm not quite as negative. I may bring you some more jewelry from the Enquirer, because I got to see some jewelry that maybe the Enquirer could beat up there. And I got to see it in rows and rows and rows and rows of shops. We'll talk about that later, and we'll get into that collection. So, Enquirer, goodbye. Enjoyed you as usual. And can I do another 4? Let's see. Ooh, yeah, this is a pretty interesting 4, too. Mas Tequila. I'm just going to say them and then play them on this particular one. Why? Because I can. Sammy Hagar and the Wabaritas off the Red Voodoo, 99. You know, Sammy loves that tequila, and he makes that tequila. One of my favorites, time of the season, the Zombies. And that's a 1970 beauty. Want You Back, 5 Seconds of Summer. Want You Back, and the song is 5 Seconds of Summer off the Want You Back album. That's a 2018. That's 4 of them. Liked it. Now I'm coming back. This is coming back, not really by request, but it's a request from me. And it's I Can Only Give You Everything by Nick Waterhouse. Time's All Gone, the 2012 beauty. So I think that's 4, isn't it? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play the damn music, Harry.
Take you on a trip. Hit it. Woo. That's right.
season when love runs high. In this time, give it to me easy and let me try with pleasured hands to take you in the sun to promised lands, to show you everyone. It's the time of the season for loving. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he take us anytime to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly, tell you why I really want to know. It's the time of the season for loving. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he taken anytime to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly, tell you why I really want to know. It's the time of the season for loving.
Can't help but wondering if this is the last time that I'll see your face. Is it tears or just the fucking rain? Wish I could say something that doesn't sound insane, but lately I don't trust my brain. You tell me I won't ever change, so I just say nothing. No matter where I go, I'm always gonna want you back. No matter how long you're gone, I'm always gonna want you back. I know, you know, I will never get over you. No matter where I go, I'm always gonna want you back, want you back. I remember the freckles on your back and the way that I used to make you laugh. Cause you know every morning I wake up, yeah, I still reach for you. I remember the roses on your shirt when you told me this would never work. You know, even when I say I moved on, yeah, I still dream for you. No matter where I go, I'm always gonna want you back. No matter how long you're gone, I'm always gonna want you back. I know, you know, I will never get over you. No matter where I go, I'm always gonna want you back, want you back. Say that you're gone. All I think about is where I went wrong. You know, even when I say I moved on, you know, even though I know that you're gone, all I think about is where I went wrong. Yeah, I still dream for you. No matter where I go, I'm always gonna want you back. No matter where I go, I'm always gonna want you. I'm always gonna want you back. No matter how long you're gone, I'm always gonna want you back. I know, you know, I'll never forget all of you. No matter where I go, I'm always gonna want you back. Want you back.
Get your Radio Wilder t-shirt. Click on store on RadioWilder.com. Number one with over 60 years of music, life, and stories. Harry on RadioWilder.com.
I'm actually not keeping up with all the requests. That's a request by Harry for Harry. I can only give you everything, Nick Waterhouse. Yes, I listened to all 2 minutes and 45 seconds of that. I wanted to, we have our Wilder t-shirts and they're rolling good. And it's the best. We don't sell too many of them, but we decided to just give them away for requests when people have the courage to call to call up and give us a request. And if I know you, then I get to know a little bit about you, unless you try to move me around and put something in. Either care, I don't care either one. But the shirts are going great. And I have never worn mine out in public. Never. Everybody else on the team has. Other people have. People in the office have. But I felt nude. I felt naked. Felt free in Alaska. So what did I do? Because I did bring a shirt. I whipped it out and wore it in about 3 or 4 different cities and places proudly with a Wilder. And Mr. Bob Duvall will be happy to know several people came up and said, wow, that's a cool shirt. That's an awesome shirt. I love that shirt. Of course, a couple of them then were recipient of a lecture by me about the Wilder program, and even worse from Marlene, who had it all written down, all the instructions for request a song and everything, and hammered them and said, give me your cell phone number. Stuck it in and sent them the instructions. But I was free wearing the Radio Wilder shirt. In fact, in 1978, when my beloved Cowboys, of course, will never be in the Super Bowl now, as long as I'm on this planet, I got, 30 years left, and there's no chance, I don't believe. But in 1978, I did have the glory of seeing them down in Louisiana whip up on the Broncos, which was a joy to me. I think I mentioned before, I despised Craig Morton as my quarterback when he was with Dallas. We used to call him Moto, the choker. And so he got a good beating from my Cowboys, and I was happy and pleased. The point of all this is not to tell you about my Cowboys, even though let me tell you a little bit more about the Cowboys. No, I actually, whatever my shirt was that I was wearing that day, I ripped it off and showed, here's another thing I haven't talked about, showed off this powerful body then, which was like, the same pipe stems and et cetera, et cetera. Now, as I'm sitting here in my chair, the wired shirt is hugging me a little bit. I'm debuting my cruised body. The good news is you don't get to see the cruised body, but I can feel the cruised body. We'll talk about the food delights later. And another request coming up, which is not an official request. I'm going to give you 4. This will be a record breaker. If I'm not mistaken, you've had 5 4s. That's what Alaska will do. You go to another country, you come back invigorated. I feel like one of those rangers, forest fighters, or guides, or survivalists. That's me. That's me sitting here right in front of this, this surviving with my Apple computer in front of me. That's how you survive. We have 4 left. We've got In the Summertime. It's, it's Jerry Mungo, and that's about all I can tell you. I just like the song, and it comes out of the Rock and Roll Graffiti radio play only collection from Mike LeBeau, from his pal who gave it to Mike, who then proceeded to give me 868 songs. So that's where that comes off disc 33, in case you're interested. And then off disc 32, this is how this program gets put together, Valerie by the Monkees. You all know the Monkees, and I'm going to dedicate this to Valerie, who's came to our house with her hubby, Mr. Jack Sintas, who, if you're the lucky one with your $100 bill that wins that $10,000 rock and roll table, you will be the envy of your hood. That's all I'm going to tell you. So Val, here's a shout out to you. See, there's 2 requests right there, one for me and one for her that I didn't even talk about. We're going to finish you off with that. That's 2, and then Incubation by Joy Division, 2010, the remastered version off the Substance album, and then a little band most people have heard of called Journey, the famous Wheel in the Sky, Journey's greatest hits. All right, I haven't even finished 47. I got behind the curve. But here's one final blow for you. I haven't seen the analytics in a couple of weeks. Last time I saw it, we are stuck at 32 countries, which of course is 31 more than I expected coming up on an anniversary. But I'm going to stop that because while we've had listeners in Alaska before, I didn't realize it's a country. So now we're in 33 countries. Terry, just put it over into the country section. And that's how we're going to look at it from now on. It's just a country. I think I have the right to say that. But as I get to 47, I'm still all over the place with it. What have I done now? I think I finally have it put together where I can start doing the work on it. We got a real upset coming that kind of stuff I used to dance to, coming from the 1992. We got a little something from The Sopranos, the show by Cake. Oh, we got a request from an HDA, I see. Waiting for the end of the world. We got, we got some nice stuff coming up. So stop patting yourself on the back. It's just an accident, how it happens. Let's go back. Thank you very much. I'm really happy to be back in the chair. I wouldn't leave, even if I had to go to Alaska to live. I could go to Alaska to live, but I have to give up sitting in this chair and playing music and babbling. I wouldn't do it. It wouldn't be bad to be able to do both, but thanks again from the crew. I'm so excited about what we're going to do for first of all, to have the first anniversary, and then that fabulous table. We'll have some other stuff, the greatest of the sound bites, and wonderful interviews coming up. And I'm proud to know these people. I'm proud to be involved. And pictures of those cars, pictures of Harry with his big Radio Wilder flying the seaplane. Well, not flying it, but riding in the seaplane. And every other kind of vehicle that had an emotion. I finally, for the first time in a year, took the Radio Wilder shirt, debuted it, because I was free in Alaska, and I want everybody to be free. Thank you again. Terry says thank you. The angel voice, who was on his own vacation up in the Northwest, he's back ready to do some business. Chrissy, who else we got? I don't know, just a cast of dozens and dozens of people take care of the Wilder program. Bob Duvall, another shout out to you. The greatest logo Michael's Wilder has ever put out, not because it's our show, just because everybody squeals and loves that logo. So Bob, you terrorized them in Alaska. They could be free. They can be chasing bears and everything else. But when they saw the Radio Wilder logo, they had respect. Okay. Well, they enjoyed it. So let's finish the first and only show we've ever done with 4-4-4. I think a deuce, 4 and 4. The deuces are Wilder, of course. See you next week. Hopefully some of you pals off of the Golden Princess have reached out wherever you are to join the Radio Wilder extravaganza.
Women on your mind. Have a drink, have a drive, go out and see what you can find. If a daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If a daddy's poor, just do what you feel. Speed along the lane, do a turn or a turn of 25. When the sun goes down, you can make it good and live by. We're not dirty, we're not mean. We love everybody, but we do as we please. When the weather's fine, we go fishing or go sailing in the sea. We're always happy, life's we're living, yeah, that's our philosophy. Sing along with us, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, da-da-da-da-da, yeah, we're happy. Da-da-da, dee-da-da-dee-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. All right, all right. It'll soon be summertime and we'll sing again. We go driving or maybe we'll settle down. If she's rich, if she's nice, bring your friends and we'll all go into town.
see what you can find. If a daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If a daddy's poor, just do what you feel. Speed along the lane, you a turn or a turn of 25. When the sun goes down, you can make it good and live by. When I grab people, when I dirty, when I mean, we love everybody, but we do as we please. When the weather's fine, we go fishing or go sailing in the sea. We're always happy, life's we're living, yeah, that's our philosophy. Sing along with us, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, da-da-da-da-da, yeah, we're happy.
So good, and I wouldn't live without her, even if I could. They call her oh yeah, come on. Girl who used to hang around my door, but she sure looks different than the way she looked before. I call her
listening to RadioWilder.com. Around the world, up your street, and all over the place. 60 years of music, stories, and life.
another day. Made of silver, not of clay. Ooh, I've been running down this dusty road. Ooh, the wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I've been trying to make it home. Got to make it before too long. Ooh, I can't take this very much longer. No. I'm stranded in the sleet and rain. Don't think I'm ever gonna make it home again. The morning sun is rising, it's kissing the day. Oh, the wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Whoa, my. For tomorrow. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Ooh, I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Wheel in the sky keeps me yearning. Ooh, I don't know. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Ooh, I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Ooh, I don't know. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Ooh, the wheel in the sky keeps turning. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
You've been listening to RadioWilder.com. Remember, Radio Wilder is now partnering with the Be Kind to People Project. Learn more at thebekindpeopleproject.org. Buy a Radio Wilder t-shirt to help out. Click on store on RadioWilder.com. And be sure to join us next week for more great music, stories, and life. It's all right here every Friday on RadioWilder.com. Thanks for listening.
Take it from me.